microphone set up. So let me know if you guys can hear me all right before we start. Yeah, he will not be on time. Lots of echo. I can maybe remove that. Let's do this. All right, let me know if I'm echoing now. Let me know if I'm echoing now. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for your help. So, welcome to the YouTube channel. This is your host, Cryptosomniac, here to bring you everything crypto related where the rich never sleep. Thank you for tuning in today. I have a lot of news here that I want to talk about, specifically about NEO, as well as my new trading group that I have set up. I'll take some questions towards the end of this video, and thank you very much, Silver Eye. But before I start, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit. I've been expanding a lot. The community has been growing a lot, and I just wanted to take an opportunity to talk a little bit more about myself and how I got started in cryptocurrency. I went to school for 5 years to become a chemical engineer at Drexel University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the USA. I went for 5 years again, and I graduated and worked for a couple of years in a job. I worked in the pharmaceutical industry, power plants, and I actually wasn't very passionate about my job and my career path, and I just didn't feel like it was my purpose in life, so I ended up quitting, and I took a year off. I traveled the world. I traveled to Europe, Southeast Asia. I went to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Norway, Germany, the Philippines, Mexico, a whole bunch of places, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but the entire time I was invested in cryptocurrency. And then I came back about a couple of months ago and started really dedicating my time full time to this, and just recently moved out to Los Angeles to be closer to really cryptocurrency, the entrepreneurial spirit, and other like-minded individuals. There are a lot of meetups here about blockchain technology, which is really the technology that's behind cryptocurrency. And as I've expanded and grown a lot, I've been bringing other team members on board to help me out, and I'll be looking for in the future, not necessarily employees at this point, but maybe freelancers or people just really interested in blockchain technology or cryptocurrency. Anyone who has an interest, let me know. You can reach me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com. Maybe we could form a business alliance, or talk about each other's jobs and what we do and how we could help each other. I'm eventually looking to just bring people on board, whether you're an artist, a writer in blockchain technology, a content creator, because we're expanding a lot here, and I really want to help get the best information out to you guys. Additionally, as many of you know, I released last night a live video in my Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, head over to my Facebook group. It's listed in the profile video description here below and in my YouTube banner. We have a lot of great members there, growing really quickly, over 1,100 members and counting. And we have been, well, just last night I announced to the group and to my students that are in my course on Udemy that I will be having, I'm calling it a Moon Lounge. Basically, it is an opportunity for you guys to join an exclusive group of just 100 students, where I'll be discussing my daily trades and basically releasing my past, my present, and my future holdings in cryptocurrency, what I've invested in, how much I allot my portfolio allocation, and I'll be disclosing the trades that I make daily, and as well as when I exit them, and when I feel like I said, when I exit them, I'll be disclosing my positions there as well, and going over just really my thought process behind all trades. Now, it is being ran in sort of like a rollout distribution. So if you come over here, you can sign up on patreon.com. Let me refresh this. We have, I think it's 7 or 8 students so far. We're releasing them in rounds. 10 people can join each round. Now, it will be going up in price. Now, you can sign up on Patreon with a credit card, or you could pay via cryptocurrency. If you're looking to pay via cryptocurrency, I do accept cryptocurrency. Email me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com. that email is listed in the About section of my YouTube profile. Again, you can pay via cryptocurrency or on Patreon. And additionally, as I said, as it begins to fill up, the price is going to increase. So the earlier you get in, the better. Now, again, I list here what you'll be getting by joining, and this will be starting in a few days as the course begins to fill up. I'll be reaching out to everyone. I'm not sure the best platform that it will be on. It will probably be on Telegram. I'm also looking at potentially setting up a subreddit where it'll be easier to post one thread for each of my trades and then have you guys follow each of them. So I'm just looking at the best platform. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to throw them out in the side. I know that there are a couple other people doing similar things, but I want to ensure that we're using the best platform to get everyone on the same page. So any suggestions would be welcome. Again, that will be live, and I'll be disclosing all of my information in a few days as the course begins to fill up. So take a look at that. Now, let's talk about NEO and what's going on. We have a lot of great news. I'm going to go over some chart analysis. For starters, let's just talk about the meeting that they had in Taipei. They're having a meeting. Basically, this past week, they had a meeting, or a tour rather, in Japan to attract investors. And they are, for those of you who don't know, NEO is currently headquartered in China. And it looks like they're making an effort to basically reach out to other people, which I think is really good. I think this will not only drive up the price of NEO, but increase the infrastructure that NEO has. They're building a really strong team, and they're following up on all the things that they've said that they would do in their white paper and on their website. They've been very transparent, very clear in their message. Dahong Fei has been very outspoken, sort of like the Vitalik of Ethereum, very, very sharp guy. What else? We have the Nano Ledger S's came out and said, well, not Nano Ledger S, but Dahong Fei says, we are working on getting the NEO supported on the Nano Ledger S, and it looks like that will be happening soon. For those of you who don't know what a Nano Ledger S is, that is a hardware wallet. That's what I use to protect my money. I think I definitely would recommend it. You can get you can check that out via the link in the description of this video below. Hardware wallets are a great way to protect your money. They store your private keys on basically it's like a thumb drive that you can plug into your computer and you can sync to the blockchain. Now, this also bodes well for the price of NEO as well. Nano Ledger S only supports an exclusive set of coins. They only have about 8 to 10 coins. I forget how many they hold. They have Dash, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin, and now they'll be adding NEO, it looks like, in the near future. And again, this just happened today, so we will be, this could affect the price of NEO in the short term. And yeah, take a look at the Nano Ledger S if you don't have one. Again, it's a great piece of a device for securing your money, and it's pretty important when we have such large amounts of money here. What else? We have basically some really great news. This is probably the best as far as NEO goes. So NEO just met with, or they're having a joint venture pretty much with Microsoft Azure, and they are basically holding this meeting here on August 20th for a set number of people to basically go over how to code on their blockchain. They use C#, and a lot of C# developers from Microsoft will be participating in the meeting. And what this is it's not a partnership with Microsoft like Ethereum had, but it is cooperation on Microsoft's end, which I think is great for NEO. For those of you who don't know, Ethereum and Microsoft partnered earlier in the year, and that was really fantastic as far as news went for Ethereum, and it drove the price up a lot this past year. What I also want to talk about is, let's see. Hold on one second. I'm just taking a look at your guys' chat. Also, I just want to compare Ethereum to NEO, really. Now, NEO can actually be better than Ethereum. Now, I mean, it's not as large in market cap at the current price, but if we take a look on CoinMarketCap, where we can check the price of NEO, NEO is sitting at number 7 in market cap. I fully believe that it could be in this 3 to 4 range here, putting it at a valuation of about 6 to 7 billion, which would mean essentially a triple in price, all the way up to $150. Now, if NEO delivers on all the things that Ethereum doesn't do, I do expect it to be actually better. Now, I'll cover a video later on the technical details of why NEO can actually be better than Ethereum, but everyone compares it to Ethereum and the major price rise it took. So I think the news about Microsoft should be taken with it should be taken pretty seriously, because this could eventually turn into a partnership down the road. And NEO is doing a great job at touring and bringing other investors on board, attracting the right infrastructure that will support NEO as well as the price. So this is great from a technological standpoint from NEO, and for investors, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are mainly interested in what that means for the price. This will bode very well. Now I'll be going over NEO chart analysis in just a moment after I cover all the news here, but I really wanted to cover this because it's pretty important here. So I also wanted to mention, let's see, Ant Coins, or NEO, and NEO Gas. I want to talk about them again a little bit. So I mentioned yesterday that the value of NEO Gas will be created more. I guess I said, what did I say? The rate at which NEO Gas will be generated will decrease less and less. And I think someone questioned me on that, and I wanted to clarify what I meant, because I don't think I explained that very well. So this chart here, for those of you who don't know, only 50% of NEO coins are distributed as of right now. They only have half of them, 50 million out of the total 100 million. And they'll be releasing the next 50% over the portion of the next 5 to 6 years. They will be releasing 15 million per year, and then in the 5th year they'll be releasing 5 million. So they're releasing the coins to basically control inflation and have a better, basically be able to control inflation better, which I think is really good. And then what that means for NEO Gas is basically that as the number of shares on the network increases, or the number of NEO, then the amount of gas you can produce with one share decreases. And I covered yesterday the importance of staking your NEO and how you can earn NEO Gas, or essentially dividends. And by increasing the shares on the network, you're going to be able to produce less and less NEO Gas as time goes on. So I just think it's really important to buy NEO now and be able to stake that so that you can produce gas, because gas will really just rise in price sort of alongside NEO, as it's necessary to create transactions on the blockchain, and it just makes NEO that much more of a lucrative investment. So I really stress that NEO is a great investment long term, and you don't have to be too picky as far as price goes. Now, there are opportunities to make money on the ups and downs, but if you're a long-term holder, or if you really believe in the technology as I do, I hold a large portion of my money. I do actively trade I set aside a portion of my money and I trade with it, but I also like to set aside money to projects that I fully believe in. So NEO being one of them. So I fully support when everyone asks me, do I buy NEO now, tomorrow, at 50, at 40? Buy it now and start staking your coins. There is no bad time. There really is no telling when NEO could shoot up to as high as Ethereum. Ethereum shot up to 420 in the span of only 6 months from its original price of around $10, $8 I think I got in at. And so don't miss the train. There is no bad time. So we will be going over chart analysis for NEO if you're looking to shop around for a cheap price to get in at. But again, don't hesitate long, because it's a great investment long term. A couple other pieces of information I want to share before we head over to some of the chart analysis. If you give this a share on Facebook or Twitter, we're going to be having a lot of contests and giveaways starting on Thursday, and you'll be eligible for free cryptocurrency. If you're not part of the Facebook group, I would suggest you join. There will be a lot of giveaways coming up in the future. That group is listed in the profile. Listed in my profile of my YouTube banner, as well as in the link or in the description of all these videos below. Sorry, I just whacked my mic here. I just bought a new one the other day, and I'm working on getting everything set up properly here. We have a lot of things changing in the community here, a lot of stuff growing and coming out for you guys that I want to share, such as websites and a lot of other cool stuff in development. So a lot of stuff is going to be changing here. It will be growing, and I'll be trying to support and address everyone. Additionally, if you're a long-term investor into something like the the Moon Lounge doesn't interest you, the trading group that I have set up here on Patreon, again, if you want to pay via cryptocurrency, send me an email at cryptosomniac@gmail.com and we'll get you set up. It is seats are filling up fast, so check that out. But if you're a long-term investor, someone who doesn't have time to stay up to date, isn't looking to trade, on the daily or the weekly, take a look at my one-on-one appointments. They are listed in the description of the videos below. Where do we have that? That's, again, also can be found in my YouTube banner profile right here. What you can do is set up a one-on-one. I had a meeting yesterday with someone who really just wants to keep the talk on an ongoing basis once or twice a month so he can address his portfolio, and I can do that for you guys, as well as cover, if you guys are having trouble setting up wallets, pretty much anything you need, you can set up a one-on-one appointment with me and we'll get that taken care of. What else? If you're not a member of the Udemy course, there's a lot of great information there for only $10. That is pretty much everything you need to know on how to get started in cryptocurrency. Yes, you should get in NEO now, Royal 3 or Royal Empire. Yes, you should. But the Udemy course is a great opportunity for you to learn. I'm adding to it every day, and it will only be $10 for a limited amount of time. I'm adding to it daily. The technical analysis section is all just about complete, and we'll be adding more to it. And even when it's finished, it will be sort of updated monthly as things begin to change in the crypto space, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of. What else? Let's go into, I think, the charts. Now, I haven't done any chart analysis this morning on it, so I'm going to sort of do this live with you guys. So I'm going to open up Coinigy, which is what I like to use for analyzing charts. There are a bunch of charts out there. Coinigy is free for the first 30 days and then $10 a month there afterwards. Please do not email me at this email. Please use cryptosomniac@gmail.com. I love these tests. They have to make sure that I'm, sane. And, one test isn't good enough. They have to provide, or have to make it two. So we'll give this a minute to load in. Let me look at what you guys say. There's supposed to be Neo competitors and proof of stake as well. What are your thoughts on QTUM? I'm invested very small portion of QTUM. I'm a little bit leery on Dahong Fei and his involvement. Scares me a little bit. They are a competitor to Neo. They do work a little bit differently. They pay their dividends out in QTUM and not QTUM gas or something similar. I am much more bullish on Neo. I'd like to see what happens with QTUM in the following weeks. I'll definitely be covering it. Additionally, I wanted to put this Patrick Dai. Sorry, I meant Patrick Dai, not Dahong Fei. Thank you for that correction. Dahong Fei is the face of Neo, the CEO and founder of Neo. Patrick Dai is the CEO and founder of QTUM. Sorry about that. Something just slipped my mind. Anyway, let's get started with the chart analysis. As I mentioned, I have not taken a look at this chart yet today. It does look like it's a good opportunity to buy in. I'm going to pull up I have a lot of metrics pulled up already here on this chart, and I'm going to just change it over to Neo. Now, a lot of my indicators here are set up already, and I keep forgetting to save this. So I like to use a couple of different ways to analyze charts. I have a lot of things pulled up here. Let me change this to orange. I like to set up a series of moving averages. You know what? I'm going to change this, and we're going to do a 30-period moving average. And I'm going to set that. I'm going to increase the thickness of that line there and change that there and hit OK. And then we're going to add a moving average exponential. What that is, the math works a little bit differently on moving average exponentials. What they do is they weight the candles that came before it in sort of a decreasing manner. So the candle that came before it has the most weight or emphasis on it. Then the 30-day moving average is a slower moving average. And what I like to do is really look at the crosses when I'm looking at the moving averages here, these two specifically. And let me change the color of one of them, the blue one. Let's make that pop a little more yellow, and we'll increase the thickness of that line. What you can do is you can really look at the crossover points here, and what you see are pretty major decision points when it crosses over. Here you can see we're on an upward trend, then as it crosses here we're down, and we see it touch this line but never really cross a couple of times. We could be crossing here, so a good time to keep an eye on NEO to see if we're at the bottom. We could keep sliding down a little bit more. I don't anticipate much more slide just given the news. I like to pair chart analysis with what's going on in the news. You know, everything's dynamic here. It's a changing system, so the charts aren't going to tell you everything. There's a lot of information to be gained in the charts, but it's important to stay on top of what the news is, and there's a lot of great news that I went over in the beginning of this video about NEO. Additionally, the RSI does seem to be a little bit overbought right now. You could look for a cheaper price. It looks like we're having lower and lower dips here. The MACD here really shows you trend reversal, and we're kind of bouncing around. There's not a lot to be said about that. Now, if we were to do, I like to use Fibonacci retracements as well, and if I pull this down a little bit so we can make this graph larger and pull out or create a Fibonacci retracement, I'm going to do that here. We're going to go from the bottom, which is about there, to the top, and I always say that this sweet spot, this blue 61.8 range, is a pretty good spot to get in on a trade. Now, I'm going to highlight that here for you. Now, it may not hit this mark, and this is why I like to pair news with charts, because you know, if I were to look just at this chart, I might try to set a Q price here at the 61.8 level and be done with it. But NEO is so popular, it's got a lot going on, that if you missed it, you should be able to rewind this and check this out if it's live. If it's not, you might have to wait until the video ends to go back and rewind it. But there's a lot of great news about NEO. So like I said, this may not actually dip below the 61.8 mark. Typically, I like to wait for this sweet spot here, but due to the news, you know, I wouldn't disadvise, if that's even a word, anyone from buying right now in NEO. I have a large portion of my portfolio in NEO, and you know, I can't say anything bad about it. I do think it will be triple digits by the end of the year. I'm calling it now. NEO will be I was going to say six figures, will be three figures by the end of the year. So there really is no bad time to buy in at. And the charts right now aren't telling me a whole lot of information. In fact, we do look like we're in a bear, at least a bear trend over the past day or two, and we could continue that. But you know, as I mentioned, the news that came out that I have explained, you know, might incentivize you to do otherwise. So not a bad time to buy NEO. I'm trying to see if I missed anything here across the top. If you guys have questions, please leave them in the side below, and I'll try to answer them. Additionally, I know a lot of you guys have been asking about a lot of ICOs, and we're going to be covering some ICOs coming up this week, so get excited for that. Yeah, NEO six figures one day, let's hope. Six figures would be nice. We'll all be part of the exclusive Moon Lounge hopefully by then. So again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I make these videos here every day. We have a lot of great stuff going on for you. One of the biggest communities in cryptocurrency, and growing. We have charts set up over on TradingView for you. We have one-on-one appointments if you need to set up anything. Basically, I'll let you guys, you can pick my brain if that's what you're interested in. The course over on Udemy if you're new to cryptocurrency. What we also have is the Moon Lounge, exclusive for people interested in joining basically an exclusive community where I disclose all of my trading information to you guys, past, present, and future. Right now, the price is only $49.99. If you get in early, you will be able to get in cheaper. The seats are filling up fast. I only released this to my community earlier this morning, and as I said, take a look. Things are filling up fast. What do I think about IOTA? I'm going to try and create a presentation and another video for you guys later today on IOTA. I am a big fan of IOTA. I have not checked the price this morning. We are down a little bit. We were approaching $1. Now, IOTA is totally new to the cryptocurrency world. It is runs off Tangle, not blockchain, and it really separates itself. And one of my biggest investment strategies is investing in something that is new and unique. So we have a lot of currencies. Bitcoin is a currency. Litecoin is a currency. You know, so when Litecoin, or Bitcoin rather, activated SegWit, and Litecoin, you know, Litecoin and Bitcoin at that point are really identical. It really questioned. I actually pulled some money out of Litecoin at that point, because Litecoin really doesn't have anything currently at this point over Bitcoin. So nothing really unique there or different about it. Now, I know Litecoin, I'm sure, is working on things to change or separate itself from Bitcoin and increase the tech behind it. So, but I like to look for things that are new and different in the cryptocurrency world. We have so many of the same thing. So I like to look for things that are different, and right now I do not know of any competitors to IOTA at this point. Like I said, I'll be covering it more in depth so you guys have a better understanding of what it is, but I would take a strong look at IOTA. Let's see, what else are you guys talking about? I could actually afford to go out into outer space if NEO goes to $1,000. Now, Elon Musk said he wants to drive the price down of getting to Mars to something around the $150,000 range or something. That's nothing. You could take out your retirement fund when you retire and go to Mars. So I certainly don't doubt that holding on to some NEO could get you to Mars one day. Again, ask any questions you want at this point. We're coming towards the end of the video here. I'm trying to remember if there's anything that I missed. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. What that does is lets other people in the community know that it was worth watching, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have. What about Navcoin and Vertcoin? I'm sorry, I have never heard of Navcoin. I have heard of Vertcoin. Let me just take a look at their market caps. What did you say? Navcoin. Navcoin is being traded at 24 cents at just over 15 million in market cap. I do like to see a little bit more strength in market cap. It does look like the project has been around for a while, so that's good. A lot of increase in price recently. Not sure why. I don't know a whole lot about Navcoin. Bittrex is an exchange used to trade NEO. Yes, a lot of us use Bittrex. Now, there are a number of exchanges. If you were to just type in NEO here and then hit markets, you'll be able to see all the markets it's being traded on, Binance being the second largest, and they have just added NEO Gas to their platform. I like OMG. Made a video about it a couple of days ago. You can take a look at that. OMG is interesting. It is trying to create banking for the unbanked. It is a sort of a rival to Humanic, as well as a decentralized exchange competing with the likes of BitShares and the other decentralized exchanges out there. There are actually 50,000 NEO not in circulation, also producing gas now. I do not believe they are producing gas, no, but they are in circulation. I mean, sorry, they are not in circulation. There is 50,000 being held in reserve, essentially. Thoughts on 10x versus OMG? I've read some bad things about 10x. I am looking to invest a small portion. What I like to do with my portfolio is create an index fund. I like to invest in pretty much in everything in the top 100. At least a small portion, just in case. A lot of these coins have invested, or increased rather, 15, 20x. And if you just take 10 bucks and invest in all of them and do 10 bucks and you multiply that times 2, 15, 20x, a bunch of times, you can increase, as you can see, pretty quickly. So thank you. I just saw someone else signed up to the Moon Lounge here. If I refresh this, we should be at 8 members, and we are down to just 1 or 2 spots left. It looks like this has not updated. Just 1 or 2 spots left for the first round, so take a look over on Patreon if you're not a member already. What else? Thoughts on Ethereum for the next couple weeks? I personally think Ethereum is going to sit here in this $200 to $300 range. A lot of the price earlier this week earlier this year went up because of Metropolis being anticipated. Now Metropolis has been pushed back till the end of, if not the beginning of next year, and I feel like a lot of the Metropolis news is priced into the current to the current price of Ethereum, and we may not see any price increase until closer to Metropolis towards the end of or the beginning of next year. However, I would not advise selling all of your Ethereum, but it may be a good point to get in or get out of some of your holdings of Ethereum. What I want to point out, what was bad about 10x. Now, you guys can offer your own thoughts about 10x here, but if you look at 10x versus OMG, I found an interesting article on Reddit about OMG and 10x, and it highlights some of the questions in 10x right now. They have a really good marketing team. Let me see, why isn't this? this is not the article I wanted. Hold on, give me 1 second. Basically, the marketing team is stronger than their development team, which for a team that has a project out at the moment is a little bit interesting. You know what? Let me pull up my Skype because I sent this to a person that I had a one-on-one session with yesterday. So let me pull that up. I know I have that saved. I can't find this at the moment. Copy link, paste, and here we go. So I shared this article yesterday with someone, one of my clients, and basically it says that 10x has a bunch of poorly written job descriptions on their website in comparison to something like Omise Go. Additionally, there are only 2 developers on 10x compared to their 8 in marketing. You know, question mark. I'll let you guys decide. What else? Additionally, they listed Vitalik on their website as an advisor, and he came out and basically said that he wasn't. Now, I do believe 10x came out in defense of this statement and had corrected things. But these are just questions. Again, I do have, or I will be, I don't think I have any holdings yet in 10x, but I will be investing a small amount of my money in 10x. These are just some questions that arise. I love the idea of 10x and what they're trying to do. They are a debit card that you can use to actually pay for things in real life with cryptocurrency. And they have really one of the best platforms out there because you can basically store your money in crypto and earn interest on it. Essentially, you could go to the coffee store and buy a coffee for every day for the rest of your life for free, assuming that your investments go up, proportionally. So your cryptocurrency could go up in price, and you pay out, a coffee a day or a sandwich at Wawa or McDonald's, and essentially live for free. If cryptocurrency continues to go up at that rate. We talked about quantum earlier in this video. Just rewind this if you haven't tuned in, or if you're tuning in late. There will be an opportunity probably at the end where you can rewind. I'm not sure. I'm new to live videos. Been doing them here a lot more recently. So join the Facebook group if you're not already. We have an exclusive community there of a lot of great members and students covering a lot of great information. If you're not a member of EOS, I see EOS with a question mark there. EOS is very cool if they say what they're going to do. The ICO lasts for a year though. So until I hear more news, I don't think I'll be investing any more into into EOS, sorry. What else? Sorry, just reading some of your guys' comments. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please do. What that does is it lets other people in the community know that this was worth watching. Additionally, I mentioned earlier, the community has been expanding a lot lately, and I'm adding a lot of new things to the course, to the group, to the channel, and anyone that has a strong background in blockchain or interest in cryptocurrency, I will be looking to bring on other members. Now, I won't be necessarily looking to hire employees at this point, but I would love to bring on other strong, like-minded individuals. You could be artists, whatever creative imagination you have to bring to the table. Feel free to email me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com. I'd love to hear any ideas or input that you guys have on either how to grow the channel, what you can offer. I'm looking to bring on other members, whether it be writers, artists, anything that can contribute or basically spread awareness about cryptocurrency and help other people stay educated. We have a strong community here, and I'm not the only person here behind the mic. I have a community and team here that helps me out daily and lets me, keep you guys updated with the greatest and latest information. How do you know when to pull out of an ICO? Well, I will be covering a whole section in my Udemy course on ICOs. I've been adding to it daily. The course is not completed yet. You can get it for just $10, and what you'll have is access to any future content added to it. I would highly suggest you buy it now for only $10, and you'll learn how to research ICOs and address any of the concerns with them going forward. Day trading worth the effort? Yeah, I do day trade. I mentioned that I am starting pretty much a group exclusive for a lot of you guys to basically, I'll be disclosing all of my daily trade information. When I go into a trade immediately, when I'm not here on the videos, I'll be round the charts, or round the clock working on that to keep you guys informed. excuse me. I'll be working around the clock to keep you guys informed. Right now, there are a limited number of seats left for round 1. It says there are 8 or 9 Patreons signed up, patrons, and 7 of the first 9 seats are filled. So, again, you can pay via cryptocurrency. Just email me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com if that is your preference. Was ETH too late at 40 USD? That's the question. Yeah, no, it was not at all. Neo Benny flash crash last night. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, Neo, you know, you have large swings in cryptocurrency. This is a volatile market. You know, this isn't for. That's what scares away a lot of people, but that's also why we have the potential to earn so much money. Now, I got in at Neo at just over $1, so. That isn't really a flash crash to me. You know, I got in at Neo at $1 just a month or two ago, and we're at $45. You know, Neo could crash to $10, and I would still be sitting on a pretty penny. So, if you are someone who can withstand and swallow the big swings in cryptocurrency, take a look at the Moon Lounge. I'll be linking a link to that below, and you can see it in the video profile banner on YouTube. And I think that's going to cover it up. What's the best price you've jumped into an ICO? Let's think. What ICOs have I invested in? Wager was a really good one. I haven't talked about Wager really at all here on my channel. Wager was very good. I'm going down the list here. Civic was extremely lucrative as well. What else? I think I missed the Banker ICO. I think I tried to participate, and due to the crappy Ethereum clog on the network, I wasn't able to get in. And again, I will be covering a new ICO this week. I know it's been tough to stay up to date on all the ICOs and everything, so I'm trying to round it all up for you guys, and we will be covering that. I'm going to try and get a video out later today on IOTA. So I do see your comments there, Mike. 0x project I was informed of just the other day that it might be a lucrative investment. I currently don't have any holdings in the 0x project. I need to do more research before I can fully recommend entering into a position there. What else? Do you day trade Neo, or do you hold it in your wallet to accumulate gas? I hold a large portion of my Neo in my wallet, and then I reserve a small portion of funds, 20 to 30% of my portfolio, to trade with actively. And again, you know, let's come over here. Let me open up something that I have on my desktop. Downloads. Neo, give me one moment. Neo GUI. Dun, 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 dun. Let's close that. Open my wallet and give me one moment. Neo downloads. Okay, so I keep a lot of my Neo on the Neo client itself, so I can earn Neo gas again, and I keep about the other 240 or so Neo that I own on an exchange, so I can actively trade off it. No, I do not get all of my information off of Reddit. Certainly not. I like to stay. There's a lot of news out there. I highly recommend you check out some of the other YouTube channels and websites, CoinDesk, The Merkle, Steemit. There's a lot of great platforms out there to stay educated on what. I'm sorry, I just blanked trying to read your guys' comments. There's a lot of great ways to stay educated. So again, if you want to be part of the Moon Lounge, take a look over on Patreon or email me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com to become an exclusive member. Again, I would highly suggest serious traders only, something along the lines of, you know, $5,000 and over. And be able to withstand some of these large swings. Again, this is Would not advise this for traders who are not serious and actively invested. We are going to be trading, or at least I trade, large amounts of money. And if you're looking to trade something lower, I did take a client on yesterday that wanted to talk monthly or even weekly about his portfolio. So you can do that with one-on-one sessions with me here, listed in the profile banner here on setmore.com. You can set a session up there with me. Additionally, there is information on my Facebook page on how to pay via cryptocurrency as well. What other coins do you recommend besides Neo? Stratus, Ethereum, IOTA, even Ethereum Classic. Monero is my favorite privacy coin. Omise Go. It's always good to hedge in a lot of these other things, even if it's just a small amount. Steem is really cool. I like Lisk, like Augur, Golem, Siacoin. A lot of these. In fact, I'm invested in pretty much all the top coins in some facet or another. I'll be disclosing how much in my exclusive lounge. You can get access to that on Patreon using the link in the description below or in the banner of my YouTube profile. But I think that's going to round it up for today, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. What that does is it lets other people in the community know that it was worth watching. I have a lot of other stuff coming out. I'm going to try and make a presentation tonight on IOTA and get that out to you guys later. I'm going to be responding to a lot of your emails that I just received about the Moon Lounge. So until next time, everyone stay a cryptosomniac because the rich never sleep. Thank you.